Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome in. This is Casey at the Guardian Oracle 33. Everybody is welcome here. How's everybody doing today? I have a gorgeous sun setting right in front of me. It's absolutely stunning. It's stunning. All right. Well, welcome in if you're new here. My name is Casey. I am a psychic, medium, intuitive. Oh, I just tap into energy here and there. I'm an intuitive reader. I come on here and I radiate a very specific energy mixed with others in the collective, and we bring on this telepathy in a way. You know, we're all starting to share and raise the vibration, especially, you know, when what does God say in the Bible, where two or three are gathered, I am there, type of thing, right? It's like the telepathy. It's that free energy that just flows. For those of you who are new to the channel, I'm very esoteric. I'm always given a message within a message. I could be reading for somebody else and it could resonate specifically for you. You know, for those of you that I'm talking to, you know, we all get caught in those like loopholes, right? Or repetitive energy. But when we start to break through the mold of, you know, basically, like I said the other day, when you have 8 things running in the back of your phone, it's kind of hard to get the one that you're focused on to get the energy, right? My gosh, dang throat chakra. Yeah, I heard I lost it after the truth. I see a 2 of cups and chosen one out here. What's up, Apple? Hi, Gary. Gary, I'm hearing that song, sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. What's up, Laura? What's up, Jason? It feels like Groundhog's Day yesterday. I looked up on the live and it said, I seen the Art of Pain said Jerry too, and I was like, what the hell? And I just seen it again. I was like, deja vu. All right. So I went to go do a personal read, but I couldn't connect. It was just, you know, sometimes I have this thing with YouTube, especially trying to go live in the different time zones. But I was guided. I was like, oh, I'll just record it. And I was like, you know, the guides are like, no, we need to do it live. So I'm like, all right, we're going to get on a little bit earlier today. Okay, channeled messages. Here we go. Number 505 on the dot. These messages could mean something to you now, in the future. It could just be a synchronicity. And some people just like to listen to them. So, Archer. I seen the name, but I also seen like 2 men traveling together through the woods. Then I could see the back of them. Seen the orange vest, and it said bow and arrow. So I don't know, but when I see the bow and arrow, to me that is symbolic for a truth. You know, shots fired, a truth. Surge of source energy. And then I want to go back to this. I see an accident. I want to say if somebody got shot in the forest or lost somebody, okay, shit's gonna get real. And it was a hunting accident. I want to talk about shape shifters, and I want to talk about energy, or like the forest transforming. I cannot remember what movie it is I watched, but the whole forest starts shifting. And it's like, now I'm seeing like Bigfoot colony, you know? It's like somebody was somewhere they weren't supposed to be. That's very interesting. A truck drives by hauling ass right now, you know? And I did get that too. I just want to say, yeah, it does feel like foul play. And I don't like picking up on this stuff, but it's coming through, so somebody's going to get the message. You know, even if it was an accident, I don't know, that with that surge of source energy comes through when I said that. Silent communications. Cyber threat / communications, but I'm seeing community. No retreat, no surrender. Safety harness. Acrobats. So the hanged man, in a way. I was thinking of that time, you know, I'm not going to go there right now. I'm not doing it. A message of concern. Acrobatics. vibrating at the frequency of absolute high speed, the light of intelligence, at the speed of light. Been talking about energy moving fast, you know, how it crystallizes. It's like it gets between two spaces and what it's made up of, the molecules, the way it could be at like I'm hearing at the melting nucleus point, you know, so it could be, I see something melting. It's like aluminum alloy is what I'm hearing, but it looks like in the Tomb Raider, you know, when that guy grows his arms back and the cop, he does that and so I don't know. I'm hearing biomechanics right now. Shit's gonna get deep. All right, remorse is tied to blocked energy. And then when I seen remorse, then it like, and I dropped down to the next line, it was, I felt it peek in when I said remorse, and I was like, ooh, I felt like a yucky feeling behind that, you know, especially with this accident or whatever this is up here, or I don't know what it is, but it's tied to this. And then with the arrow being here with Archer and bow and arrow, and this accident, it does feel like with remorse and then disgust. So this could be within oneself at the bottom line of it, because it drops down on the next line at the bottom line of it. Like, yeah, no retreat, no surrender, a safety harness, a message of concern. All right, let's keep going. Love you guys. What's up? Hi, Ace. That's so funny. Your name's Ace. As soon as I have an Ace hardware bucket, and I was asking the universe a question as I walked in here, and I look at that bucket sitting in the corner because I'm out here in this little shed that I turned into my oracle shed, and I walked in and I seen the Ace with the pyramid right there. But you know, you guys know what the Ace hardware fucking emblem symbols are everything. Hello, but seeing your name now, I'm like, hey, so what's up, Ace? Another, you know, a message. Aces are always like the highest form of intellect, the highest form of moving. It's like amounts of moving particles per second. They always want to talk about bandwidth, and then when I say it, I don't know. I just see like you know, in Marvel movies. Okay, that's what they're showing me. And also, Doctor Strange, you know how I believe it's Doctor Strange, he opens up these portals. And it's so funny because I actually did in the community page, I don't know if I did it on here, I tagged Jason in it, the Art of Pain. Was it on Facebook? I can't remember. Because I don't think you could talk to me on here today. Jason's been a bad boy. Jason can't comment on anything. What's up, Rana? The tribe's out there causing mystery. Are we causing mystery, guys? I'm gonna crack this window because I can guarantee you, without burning my hair, my phone's gonna overheat. All right. We're in and it's good. And I knew I should have put a shirt on underneath this. Oh my God, I heard fans only in my head. Okay. Moving, packing for work, $1.99. I like those colors. Spiritual quest, bringing. Oh my gosh! Now when I look at it, it looks like bringing society to life. What did I write? Bringing something to life. Okay. Bringing something to life. I heard RSVP, the #1 nominee, and the winner is honing a craft, becoming very knowledgeable, creative expression. I didn't finish my words on this. Pulling light and color. Okay, putting light and color in your space of personality and soul expression. So we talk about color, and that's so interesting. So I wanted to change the color. I said, yeah, I like that color. You know? because now they're showing me how color, they, you know, when I get into that flow of energy, it feels like the energy that I'm tapping into is that of wanting to inform the collective and those that listen, because, you know, the divine always knows what's going on, right? When you're in the consciousness, and then if you're elevated at that state, at this point, you become an alchemist in some ways, where you can shift your mindset due to what you're going through, you know. Putting light and color, and those are rays of light. They just want to keep bringing that through. It's like putting more color on this earth. And it's interesting because today, as I walked out, I think it was earlier this morning, I think it was about like 10 or 11, and I came out, and then actually found myself doing it twice today. I just keep getting called out into nature, and I don't even recognize that I'm doing it, right? But you guys know, who know me, know I live on a farm. I walk out my back door, and it's just thousands of acres all the way around. You know, I'm so blessed to be where I'm at. Hi, Hot Rod. Hi, Bill. I love you, mods. You guys are so awesome. I love it when you show up. Holy shit, Sheriff, I was thinking about you today, too. That's so funny. I'm like, I wonder what he's up to. Where's the sheriff? What's going on? Okay, let's keep going. Honing a craft, becoming very knowledgeable, creative expression, putting light and color in your space of personality and soul expression. Marble countertops and marble floors. Discovery. Pictures. Investigate. And now when I look at how I wrote investigate, it looks like tailgate. And then I got a 4x4. In a 4x4 with you. That's a country song. I don't know. It feels like this could be somebody country. You know, I just said I live out in the middle of, you know, I'm not going to say it, but nowhere. Dun, dun, dun. We like to keep them guessing, don't we? Yeah, it was truck. And then in my mind's eye, when I seen the 4x4, I seen a truck. And now I want to say it's like a F-150, little jacked up. It's with the single cab. You know, it's like, I would say it would have like 33s on it, maybe. And it looks like a rusty type brown, or a, I don't know, now it's kind of shifting to like the GMC. I don't know, it just has fat tires on it. And then I seen a muddy truck. So whatever that meant. Discovery, pictures, investigate, 4x4, muddy truck. And then the back wheels of the truck got stuck. So I feel like that was symbolic to, I don't know, somebody went too far to a place they didn't belong in some ways, you know? And, you know, they're showing me good year, but I seen Bigfoot. It's something about leaving a trace. Because before that, I talked about how in a metaphysical world, right? For those that are in the work with the metaphysical realm, that energy, those seers, those that weave energy, those that have creative minds, creative expression, you've broken out of the, we all, you know, in some way we all suck the man, right? At some point we have to get to where we want to go. And that's why we set goals, and we acclimate, and we congregate into true societies or collective energy that, fuck, you don't even have to be sitting. I don't even have to sit with some of you guys in these conversations. We're for me, it's always telepathy in so many ways, you know? What's up, Goodwill? Hi, Claudio. I am a warrior in my life. Okay. And then I heard take initiative after that, so it's time to take initiative. Let's take initiative on that. I don't know why that really investigative type mode comes out tonight. And I was like all on, and we'll just see, because that... Anybody else feeling like, okay, for those of you that are like very connected, you know what I mean? I know there's some that watch and some that are just now learning about energy and themselves, but those that can tune into that magnified frequency, have Have you noticed that being fucked with more? Like with a relay, or it's cutting out at the weirdest time, and like an old pattern just arises, or thought forms like permeate for a moment. You're like, what the fuck? Why do I feel like this? You know? For those of you that have been addict, like you smell a cigarette and you're like, oh, that smell. You know what I mean? Like something brings you back somewhere. Decoding and debugging. See, it feels like an elite species or genetic form. Okay, and Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, I just call on you for the highest good. I ask that Archangel Michael, you would guard the gates as I channel these messages. I call in my legion of angels, my higher self, the Christ consciousness, the benevolent beings of the light, the Pleiadian Council of Light. For the highest wisdom and knowledge, may I be a channel for the highest good. The Guardian Oracle. So let's plant some seeds of knowledge. High Priestess comes out for the collective. What do we need to know at this time in bandwidth and energy and connectivity? See, 'cause I talked about like this blockage that comes up in energy. I want to say it feels like there's a perfect time and place for discovery. Because as I'm looking at the High Priestess right now, you know, it's so symbolic too. You don't see scrolls anymore. Scrolls, you don't hear of scrolls anymore. I mean, you barely see, you know, people send a letter or a message or an SOS. But this person has a scroll. But with a modern type scarf, you know. Most people who cover the neck like that most of the time, you know, cover their face. They I heard walking oracles right now is what I heard. These messages, this permeating information, we'll put it in terms of birthright. This online communication is transmitted through, I want to say, every one of you. It seeds the hills, the mountains in the middle of big cities. Some of you carry it. It's like you are a piece of a mountain, or you are a tree, or you carry that grounding energy to carry highly see, it feels like another, like I want to say an antivirus, antichrist. Christ is the consciousness of virus. Antivirus? And the Antichrist. Christ is wisdom and knowledge. The virus would be something that would attack that. I mean, it would be online, abroad. The consciousness, which we're talking about bandwidth, connecting to crystals, information that's seated within our genetic code. Some people are getting turned on to what the fuck they're really made of, truly. And you don't really, and the thing is, like, people could go to school and do DNA analysis and connect to all of these, you know. I've been studying it for a long time. I mean, and it's very covert stuff, you know. It's not something that's spoke about. It's happening in labs, whether it's through rats or how, you know, I'm sure at the beginning it was used, you know, knowing about the DNA and seeking this was to heal. And then somebody wanted to create outside of that, it feels like. There's like only, I want to say, 500,000 real, God strike me down if I'm lying, real people with real light, warmth, and energy. The chosen one sitting at the top of the deck. the chosen one. It's like, in this world. What the fuck does that mean? Chosen one with the high priestess. Okay, so I want to talk about how other people have been doing these genetics and this testing for a very long time. They're showing me like India, okay? There's a lot of them that are very good at this math, and I can see them because they're in lab coats, right? And they work on this and have been, and they like bring in their sons, like the dad. It's generational. And it feels like somebody went outside of the realm of what I want to say divine protocol was conducted to be. It's like they wanted to do, I don't know what it is. This energy started to, I want to say, if we're gonna look at it like that, started to create within itself. I don't know. It kind of, I said Antichrist. So the way I'm seeing it in energy, it's like revelations. These energies I heard are in turmoil. So how that's playing out is through us, the chosen ones, that we hold the information. The emerald tablet, it's in people. It's in people. And as I say that, the emerald tablet, right? It's connected. All those lights to me are representative of souls, right? We talked about Bigfoot being out there, how the universe seems to be shifting and opening up for some and leaving some. It's always been there. I want to say that it's always been there. It's creating within creating. I'm just hearing it's like putting it back into a balance, right? Because anytime you mess with something, they're just showing me energy has to replace energy. So I'm talking to scientists, or I'm talking to those that are opening these portals and those that are experimenting. It's like a fucking wormhole opened up, okay? Because I had this ick feel, right? And that's that anti-virus, the anti-Christ, because Christ is the knowledge and wisdom. I just want to say, looking at this picture, it feels like it's going to be one hell of a time. I mean, that looks like, look at the white horse. For those of you that ride horses, or, you know, mess with animals or intuitive with them, you know, I was raised my whole life. This black one, see that head up high? See old Pops, he's got her licked up top, you know. That white one's the good, you know, the white one's the good one. See his head down and he's minding, but that black one's like, fuck this. It's like you don't want to get in line. You get a line, I'll get a pole, honey. So going fishing in the dark, and it's like somebody's like very over attentive in a way, very over attentive. So if you are working with portals and energy in that way, you're becoming more aware. So there's a need for, I keep wanting to say protocol, chosen one, sacred wisdom and knowledge. Some of you carry this intuitively, it comes out of you. Okay. When you activate, because they're showing me like with my light language. I remember the first time I spoke it. And I remember the state of mind and emotion that I was in. I don't know how, but I alchemized something in the state of love. Okay, this was a down moment, but a very high frequency, because it's like when you see the light at the bottom, you know, and you grasp for the truth, because that's the only place you can find it. starting to get like my energy very it's explosive because it feels like I feel like this I know I'm the white horse, and I know I need to mind my make sure I ain't jerking the wagon around, ain't biting the bit and trying to take off, I'm staying in cadence with the one next to me. And it feels like the black one is just more aware, I would say. Maybe somebody gets in this they have the disposition, right? Maybe because they're always good, that just, you could be on the phone or whatever, and the next thing you know, you're in town and you were driving and you turn like 8 times. You just do it, or you know what I mean? Your body naturally, next thing you know, your car, your kids, your keys, your wallet, they're all out there waiting for you. It's like the magic get your shit together fairy bust comes. Something about a difference in the way, I want to say 2 members lead. See, one sees something, somebody else does it. And it feels like there's an alert on the side, at a fast rate of speed. This is going to be very esoteric, okay? So, this is for you to exercise your due diligence as energy workers and intuitives to understand the messages that you get in your dreams, your daydreams, because these things connect. And I want to talk about inventive energy, but I want to talk about those that can step out of the lines of confinement. Really. No fucks giving. No fucks giving. Did you say happy Thanksgiving? You may have taken your shadow or this, because that's where it lies, right? That's where this, you cannot upgrade. It's starting to get loud out here on the ranch. I got fucking pickups going around, so yes. I don't know if somebody's fixed an old pickup. They put something back in it and now it runs good. That's what it feels like. And it might not be the most beautiful pickup, but that bitch fucking purrs like a kitten. Excuse my French. I tried, I thought I would put it out there. No, not working. My French. And then I tried to do a French accent and then I just had bonjour. It's like, even though you have to work in a team with somebody, you could just be too high of energy. You know what I mean? Even if it's in your shadow, it's like, even your shadow is, it's like your antivirus, okay? It's fought a lot of attacks. So within that shadow, you can transform that energy into any sort of, and I want to say, it feels like you use that as an alchemist and you create protection around you. So if somebody does send you darkness in some way, because you might have a lot of light, a lot of energy, and we need that to ground and to alchemize. So it's like something got reprogrammed. Am I making sense? Is my sense making none? It reprogrammed. What used to kill something, stop it, block it, not allow information to flow through it. Specifically, it feels like it has to do with people. I want to talk about injections, and they're showing me, what is it? Vaccinations, because they're showing me the needle. Okay, that put a blocker, that put blocks. They're showing it's a flu. It was 2014. So 2012 to 2014, they're telling me about a flu. And it said type A and type B, because they put this block in this where our information naturally flows, or we unlock the DNA. So whatever, it's like if we, and this is how we're going to evolve, because I have no words. I'm so sorry. I'm trying so hard to get the message out into, I I want to say perform my task or my duties, but it's like maybe somebody literally just can't do their job anymore. Like their fucking telepathy's gone, or their connection, or now they're showing me the black energy that comes around and somebody alchemized it. So I don't know if something, it's like somebody of light, because I'm watching my rainbow light, right, go around. Somebody's light, because I can see the shadow of the night and the sun is still setting. And I see it come into the light like a dragon or a big snake, like a cobra. I'm hearing cobra. But it has like a scorpion tail on it, you know? Like a long lizard. I don't know what it is. It's energy, okay? And they're showing me in this formatted in a sense of I'm scrying in the window right now and I see a feedlot. I see an old feedlot, or where they weigh cows at. Does feel like a ranch or something. Or an old fairgrounds or rodeo grounds with the light in the back. That's a side note for somebody. Hi, Hot Solstice. It's like if you got that flu shot or something prominent activated in your DNA in some way, because it's alchemical. They're talking about it was censored through the quantum field. In some way, that quantum field is bioengineered to interact together. So you've got like innate, and then you have like a layer of electricity that's around that. I want to say it's like an insulator, you know, when you mess with electricity. I don't like getting shocked, you know, I don't, you know, I want to ground my shit before I go, you know, That's a high voltage of electricity. So you wear insulated gloves, like you're prepared for it. You know, I think whatever was congruent or working together, and I'm hearing bioweapon, right, and big pharma right now. This is just going to be a shit ton of channeled messages, I guess. So hang in there, guys. Your body could be working overload, trying to compute messages with the ascension of the planet. And anytime the planet is ascending, you're going to see it play out, because you are vibrationally, right? We're tied to Gaia. That's, you know, there's a contract within that, and our particles come from Gaia, you know. The soul comes from the stars. The soul comes from the stars. So whatever this vaccine was whatever this ascension time was, however it played out, because they're showing me definitely with a vaccine. I'm seeing it in the thigh. So they're talking about kids, you know. And that's so funny, and they're showing my kids, because I have never vaccinated my children. I won't. When they very first came out, I did with all of them. But because I see where there's a blockage in the DNA and whatever, it's like it sits dormant in the body, and then after, I'm hearing 13 years. After 13 years, it fucking activates something else. It's a trigger. It's a biomechanism. And it's relayed through the genetics. But it's like, remember how I said it's like the light eats that dark? It uses it for fuel. So it's like now the light's finding a way to become a bioweapon of its own, energetically, right? I see. And it conducts like this mass amount of grounding, because this light, so the more darkness there is, it's like the more darkness, it's like this. But I heard this crystal is massive. Okay, this is like a massive crystal, but I'm seeing it in bodies. Like people can harness this energy too within theirs, because the auric field's running off of this crystalline grid. So when you're activated, wow, so many things work together on so many different levels, because we talked about quantums, alchemical, bio, material, earthly, you know, minerals and There's a lot of things that play into creation, and you can use any of them. But it's like if this, and I keep seeing the darkness like a big dragon. So we talked about symbology. It's like this 3329 as I say this. Thanks guys for hitting the like button. 33 is my favorite number. It's like no matter how hard this DNA's worked on or like trying to, why do I keep saying DNA? Because it feels like it's a message delivery. Our DNA remembers. Our DNA remembers things. It's stored memory. 21andMe. Yeah, in each, fucking strand, you have 2 base pairs. And you can build off of that, and you can transform that. We used to be able to do it at the drop of a hat, and they're showing me a human go down into a wolf. If this makes sense, because what I'm talking about, like, I'm when I say fucking shit into gold, I mean like shit into gold. Okay, it's a fast rate. And now they're showing me when not Daniel and the Lions Den, when they go into the fire, they're being forged. It's like their bodies really are fucking gold. Energy. Minerals. Earth. Energy. Minerals. Earth. Alchemical with cosmic energy. So like the divine soul. Because why am I stuttering? The DNA connects. Wow, it's like there's an activation of some sort. I heard it goes globally. You know those that normally stay in line or, yes, Master. Master's got me walking. Master's got me walking. Look, and his head's down. This guy that's the blue collar farmer that's, the underdog, those that have lived in the shadow of the darkness of this earth, we've still going, in some way. So we've harnessed that light, held on to that light while we were being siphoned off of at like extreme fast amounts because it was creating something else. Why it siphons energy. That's why the release of fear through COVID, or it's like these vaccines that they distribute, they have, it doesn't show up right away, but they activate like this overlay that's over humanity, right? It's a vibrational frequency that kind of overlay, ozone layer. Okay? And they can tweak the frequency because how a scalar wave moves, and only some, whether they've had it or not, they know who's taking the, I heard the pill, the red pill. The red pill. I don't know what that means. Red also is symbolic for bloodshed, maturity. Right now I heard it's like breaking free out of bondage. I don't know who runs this when I speak of this energy. There are some that manipulate this energy that's amongst us and within us that we transmit naturally. But as the planet ascends, it's like, so does your vibration, because when darkness comes, I don't know, I'm hearing, I put a spell on you, and now you're mine, I put a spell on you. And it's like whatever that is, because it's like a cobra, but it has legs, so maybe it's like a midget dragon. I don't know, it has a long tail, but it has like a scorpion, something that stings on it, the tongue. And because of all the shit you've went through, right? And we're talking about how emotions relate energy. I don't know, you're like literally, okay, so when they talk about a twin flame, it's like really, you just open up the switch within you. Because whatever this block was, or this DNA sample, or however the fuck they put this out, they do it through energy, and that it's like it had a reverse effect because the planet shifted, or you shifted, or it's collective. We started to use color. We incorporated color in some ways, and now that's having a reverse effect on negative energy. And now it's like there's so much color, different rays here, or different colors that work together. It feels like the rainbow. You know what I mean? the asshole of God comes through again tonight. It's like it eats that void, because it voids it infinite. But now it's here, so now it's like charging up Gaia again. So it's as it eats that over sludge, slime, whatever you want to call it, heavy density. That's particles. They just don't move as fast, so they're just it's heavy. So it's about getting the vibration going again. And Gaia's kind of like sucking. You know, when you get pregnant, you know, your teeth go to shit, your hair, you know, because you're giving life. You're birthing. So you need a lot of nutrients. You need a lot of minerals. You need a lot of, you know, nice hot baths and candlelit fires, and you know, you need those things to. We don't need them, but to birth the child. And it just feels like in some way this collective energy, and I'm talking to you guys, I'm looking over the globe. You know, I'm in space, but I'm looking down at the globe and I can see it spinning, and it's black all around it, right? But it has its usual colors. But I was going to talk about, I've walked out twice outside and seen the trees, and I never used to see auras like this, and now I do. Now I can see, like, when a tree's sad, you know, the color it'll go. Well, I think it's sad because that's what that color feels like. It's not vibrant, you know? You can just feel it in energy, too. And I'm just now getting to where I'm starting to connect to on that level. For me, it's colors, and I can start to see them when we put color back into it. You with those sad eyes, don't be discouraged, it'll be alright. So that your true colors shining. Let your true colors shine. Shine your ever living love and light on me. This might sound very, and I heard destined, but interesting. Sorry guys, I guess I'm on my own investigation tonight. I'm just kind of flowing through cosmic energy and putting this information out there and seeing if you guys are relaying off of any kind of like ideas too, you know? Because it does look like, I want to say, you know, they always tell us about the Antichrist. And my computer started making noise in the speakers. But they keep showing me how a computer gets a virus. And I want to say, there's like 1 million real people on this planet. I can see my screen started to elongate right now. That's interesting. Bending space and time. And I look down at the card and it says needing to make sense of things. Somebody's so close to discovering something, so close. It's like you have the knowledge. It comes to you easily. And I want to say some of you are playing ball at 60-40, you know? Some days, if you're gonna look at it in that space, like you're not all online. But you will be in some way that knocks out the bug, whatever was programmed through, and there's like, hearing neurology. Because I can hear nothing but frequencies in my ear. Everything that makes sound, it's all been coded. Stella. It's all been coded. Okay, so I want to say that any blocks that are over humanity for this vibration of light it's like the light carries information, original information. And I'm hearing it's played off the tectonic plates in some ways that reverberates or revitalizes. I heard you're relinquished from your post, like we're taking over. We're now taking over. But it feels like it was initially your stage where you worked at, you were always there. Feels like a position, a job, a duty. Remorse and disgust. Somebody's going to be very disgusted, like when you find out, I don't want to say who you're working with or who you've been working for, or how could I be so blind? I just keep hearing that. How could I be so fucking blind? How did I not realize the way that everything was set up? It was so strategic, and then we get on the count of star being protected. I swear I just heard a hawk outside. I heard you know the right way to go. You know the truth. You know the geometrics, the biometrics, the mechanical weaponism, biograde nucology, Sanskrit. It's encoded. It looks like prayer. It looks like praying hands. What? But it's a vessel. It looks like praying hands, but it's a vessel. There's a statue somewhere. Okay, and I'm seeing the praying hands because I'm looking at this candle, and I channeled that within those hands it goes into, like, I want to say a cave or a whole new world in some way. Starlight, star bright, I wish on the first star I see tonight. This is all encoded information. I don't even know where I'm going with this. I heard I've got high hopes. High apple pie in the sky hopes. Time traveler, old soul. Just take those old records off the shelf. I'll sit and listen to them by myself. This old music ain't got the same soul. Sucking souls through lyrics. It's criminology. Chronological order. Mail order bride. Cryptology, cryptic. Cyberspace, cyber attack. I want to say some little twerp somewhere, like literally. Indian. It's an Indian kid from India. There's like a group of these wise-ass geniuses. And in some way I can see them, like they're under the ground. They're like on rolling sand dune, like looking hills. And they've got some fucking form of technology. Feels like they created it, but maybe they don't understand what it's doing. Why did I say it like that? That felt like a oh no or a oops. Somebody might not know where to go with some sort of information that they receive. I heard benchmark warning. What up, Mac? Hi, Madison. Madison. Looks like you guys are going through shadow work. Loving and caring soul here to help. Home life, hard lessons, issues. It looks like shadow work's playing out. Like I said, healing the body, mind, and soul. So when other things start to heal in your life, it's like the universe is putting balance in between some certain things. So it's better if you guys are not together at this point, because I feel like in some ways you could attract or harness and something that's, I don't know, a karma that's not yours, or paying a debt. You get like stuck with the bill, or the reason for the shadow work. Yeah, fragmented aspects of the souls are being called to the Christ consciousness, to the light. Being called to the light. Thousands of people will be called to the light. The truth. And may the truth set you free. So help me, God. It's a vow. So help me, God. I think somebody's going to get a message. You could get this while you're working out. You could just get these crazy thoughts that pop into your head, and all of a sudden you see something play out. You have this vision. And you understand how it can help a lot of people. And it's like purifying all the water. It's talked about. So I got the Ace of Cups here and it's just like emotional intelligence, because that way you can read Gaia and understand what comes out. Hard workers here with better boundaries. I don't know, in some way it's not about saving Gaia, but it's like rejuvenating, refreshing something. It feels like, I don't know why, as the human being, it's like only we can do it, because it's the way that our bodies, our tissues, our stem cells. I'm hearing nitrous oxide. Zion nitrate. Hearing Berkeley. Bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. The bare necessities. Mitrate, bitrate. I see like a lot of beakers, and I can kind of see like under the, it's not a telescope, it's the one that shows it magnifying, magnoscope. It's fucking magnified. Somebody's taking a closer look. I don't know, somebody gets like, it's been there the whole time. It's been there the whole time in plain sight. This intention to create something. You know, you could have been working your ass off your whole life, loving, being a benevolent, you know. I mean, I'm sure we all go through our growth spurts, but you know, when you get into the laws of giving and receiving, it feels like the universe brings something very spectacular online. And I keep channeling this, so obviously the message hasn't gotten out. This has to do with light, intention, and being able to harness a fuck ton of energy. And they're showing me right now, like in Moana, how she has to put, I know your name. They have stolen the heart from inside you. The heart of Te Fahiti. I always say it wrong. They have stolen the heart from inside you. This don't define you. This is not who you are. You should know who you are. And she gets her heart back, right? Just a second, my kid's coming out. Okay. When you get nervous, focus on service. Tainted down music. I did my laundry, my dishes. I went on a 2-hour walk and I felt clean. That's awesome. Those are good days. Good for you, man. That's bringing in and harnessing more fresh energy. That's a perfect example. It's like, that's how it's done to harness this energy. It's like clean space. I heard the winds of time. Creative by nature. I'm talking to some, I don't even know. It's just like it's encoded in you. It's who you are. You just know a light for others. I want to say everybody's light is important, but somebody has this light that's like you like have the ground, you have the positive. I want to say you have a neutral, like, I want to talk about like a golden frequency. Talked about turning shit to gold. God's asshole. I don't even know. You know, when you eat a kernel of corn, that shit keeps coming out. And it's like, that's the gold from God's ass. It's like, he's like, God's like, there's plenty more where that came from. Alchemy. Thank you, universe. Can see him at the round table now. Welcome in if you guys are new. Looks like the crew's up in here. I love you guys. Is anybody getting anything from this? Because it really feels like it has something to do with Atlantis. Okay, there's something about underneath the Hawaiian Islands. Some people can meditate and recharge to the ground and siphon this darkness and use it for good. Because you have all the colors of the rainbow. That's what it is. Maybe you embody all the colors. So you can mimic, reflect, mirror. I'm hearing a Ray Mantis. Ray Mantis. But it's not praying mantis. It's... The higher mind. See, I'm talking about the higher mind melding with, like... I wish I could just get it out. Because I can't. And I'm trying so hard because I can just see it in my head. It's like, the more, guys... Okay. The more that you start to use your clairaudience, your clairs, you know, when you see those reels play through your head, and that's how you get signs, and then you'll hear a song, or however you guys interpret your message, because it feels like the more that you get in that higher mind and you're able to create, you're able to see, you know, what God can pour into her, how he can shift it. And I don't know why I'm saying he, but it just feels like a go-getter, somebody. I talked about observer earlier. It's like biogenetics. Somebody has it. And I don't know how that's playing into the rays of light, but it's within there. It's like a new male, because I talked about a male energy. I don't know what this is. It's like a new masculine energy. I don't know if like the old masculine, upgraded, recalibrated. It was like a Piscean vibration of the male. I don't know why they're bringing the male, because it does have to do with men. This is all over the place. All these things in some way are going to tie together. It's like you're doing your little stuff at home, and I call it little, but I think some of you are creating other energetic waves, or like causing places to freeze that normally don't freeze, or I think some of you are doing justice on the earth. You could be in your bathtub or in your shower, and you could be just visualizing, really. And I think that I like killer whales in Wales, that they're at the really far bottom of the ocean right now. It's like when they come up closer and the ice comes, because they need to be a certain level of coldness, so that, I don't know, I keep hearing them wail. It's like the orca and the whales, like there's old, it's huge. It's like when that thing sounds, where it wakes up, it's like that vibration it lets off, it activates something it lays on. I don't know if this is metaphorically, but I'm seeing a huge whale laying at the abyss. It's huge. And its belly's on something, you know? And I want to say, it's attached to its throat chakra in some way. The crystal. The crystal. That information, that sound is in a crystal. It activates it. Oh shit. Then everything's online. For some. Because I talked about others are just programmed. It's like, I don't know. I want to say the Antichrist is just fake people, like that don't. I want to say. I got goosebumps after I denied it. So AI. It's like people that don't have. Natural, God-given. It's a universal, it's a language, it's a love language. It's the Christ. They don't have the Christ in them, that light. Oh, they lack a frequency. They're not, that's how you can bypass or get past some people. I don't know, somebody's going to see something they haven't seen and start to move forward on it, regardless of the block. It's like you know how to get around the block of whatever this is. Because some way, it's like the star being that's being protected. It's like star energy, stardust, stardom. You know, whatever, however it plays out for you. It could be very confusing right now for a lot of you too, because it feels like the sleeping giant is awakening in some way. Like I heard today too, who disturbs my slumber? And that's in Aladdin when he opens his mouth right in out there in that dry desert, Sahara Desert. The Great Sahara. And you have to be, you know, I don't know, basically Aladdin had the frequency to go in. As long as he didn't fucking touch it, he could get what he needed to get in there and get. I don't know, when this frequency goes off, it activates that vibration. I don't know, somehow it's like we are connected to, or the earth. But it's like, I wanted to say, some of them, the fish, because I'm hearing a fish out of water. What is that old saying? Steeple, steeple, where are the people? Open the church, there's all the people. My dad used to say it too when I was little. Hi, Chander. Do you guys remember that? Did anybody ever talk to you guys about that? $707. Out of water, that's funny. It's all frequency, I'm telling you. That's how I want to say control. Because there's some falsities to this New Age spirituality. It bypasses, I'm hearing bipartisanship, the ability, and I don't know what that means, the ability for one's true free choice in this body. Until we harness that, our genuine ray of light, I want to say, or it comes back online, or we're able to access it because it feels in some way that it's been duped. But I mean, they're dealing with a high intellect. So if a virus did try to take over the grid, and that's what it feels like it is, as a bioweapon, it's in everything. It's in a lot of things. This energy, or it's a program bug, it's in cereal, it's in sugar, it's in lotions, it's in ads, it's in the TV, it's in the milk, in the hamburger, It's patterned for, because that's the things people use the most. They're even showing me diapers, that affects the genetics. The genetics. I was going to say the genitals, but like, I'm hearing cerebral palsy. That's how that came about through, wow. See, they omit these things out there and then they activate a frequency and it puts them online. So they'll start seeing people get really sick. Or people that, and some of it is, it is ascension. That's why it's important to, it's like, I don't know, in the light and the truth, there's wisdom and knowledge, so you don't get sucked into, because I talked about sorry guys, excuse me, this read is everywhere. It's everywhere. I'm trying so hard. Yeah, it's in all those things. It permeates. Bipartisanship, what does that mean? Okay. Taking on sides. Okay. Thank you, Mac. Bipartisanship. Hi, Sean Ray. Separate. Thank you. Yeah, it's very interesting because I think what we think. There's gonna be people that just have that I don't give a fuck attitude and not gonna give a shit, and it's like that's the light of the truth that comes and exposes everything else. Some people are like, and I've even said it, my cards never lie or whatever. There's so many trickster energies. This paradigm is programmed with so many little bugs and everything. It just finds tripping points in your patterns, and then how you let out a energy if it's frustration, and then the grid picks that up and feeds off it, so they know what's going on at home. They turn that vibration up to it's soul sucking in a way because it takes that light. So what are they doing with the light? And I'm seeing fireflies in a mason jar, so it's like it's trapped. It's trapped in the consciousness. Okay. In the head. In the crown. It's trapped in the crown, and then I'm seeing a crown of gold. It's trapped in the gold. The soul energy is trapped in the gold. I'm hearing the golden pyramid, because as I'm looking right here, and I watched a thing on this too. I'm just looking at the corner and I see this pyramid burning on this candle, and it's at the crown. It's just glowing. It's glowing at the crown. You couldn't miss it if you wanted to. Stars and the sun. just keep hearing star power, star energy. Star power, star energy. And then they're showing me the sun. They're showing me an eclipse right now. And something goes in front of something else. Is it exchanging like a battery or a frequency it lets off? Or that's also like the eclipse rewrites something too. But they coded something within it. Like they took the natural laws of physics and people have been working on this for a long time. I'm just trying to figure out why. I heard because this place is a prison on planet bullshit. It's like when the veil falls away, there's so much death behind stuff. Like I'm even seeing people that were supposed to die, like they're off on another planet. Really. And time travelers out on the board. People are already doing this all around. They're moving back and forth. It's like a guy has been robbed of her resources. And it feels like gold is one of them. Or divine souls. You know, how we work with Gaia. So it's like, where are they taking our people and they're putting these skin covered? Because that's what they did. So that fear emitted a frequency that we released the light and we hung on to something else. We reprogrammed in that moment. So that energy that, I don't even know how to explain it. It like rewrites itself. It's God's source. It's creative energy. This thing knows how to use it to create as well. In an abundance. It's taken over. It's like the neurosystem, I'm hearing a frenzy. It's a bioweapon. It's in your body, and if I don't know how some people have it, they get it. It's in all of us, but it only activates in some people. I'm trying to figure out why not in others, because of our genetics. So people pretty soon are going to know who we are. They're going to know maybe we were left out of the loop, like we're not time traveling or doing shit like everybody else is, you know, and we're like the key in some way, you know. It's like you're the last act on stage, you know, whatever this is. It's like it's gonna blow your fucking mind. I feel like people manipulate energy sometimes just to get you to go certain places or do certain things, because it's like you're working with them, but they don't. It's like there's a need for secrecy and it can't be in your energy. It's like, you know, when you get mad, you probably get real mad. It feels like you could start a whole earthquake. Or if you, like Hulk smash, put your hands down into the ground and you just envisioned it, you could feel, you know, it feels like there's a hidden ability to, it's like a mass amount of power. It's like that portal that siphons the darkness, infinite amount of space. And it fills it up with light and it transmits it. It's fucking intelligent. Each color, the vibration, the sound. When I was lighting the match earlier, I keep tuning in. I'm like, what is the frequency? I want to hear the sound of fire, even though it's quiet and it's just burning. I want to hear it, and I could hear it in my ear crackling. It was fast. It's hot. It was loud with the wood. You know, I could hear the wood hissing in a way, I guess I would say. There's so much stuff that's esoterically hidden and written. And there's so many distractions along with that. That's why they say trust your intuition. That's why they say go within. Some of you are going to start talking about things that, or have been, probably for a couple years now. And you're going to start noticing this stuff play out. You know? Some of you work with like an elite group of, they're not humans. I mean, they look like they're translucent and they have a human body, and I can see them like jetson it in. They're like on that board and they come in and it's like they're clear or translucent, and then when they step off the board, it's like they get they can just have like their outfit just comes on. I don't know. They master geneticists. Advanced evolutionary descendants. Key operator. There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. Tell them stop, man, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Would be cracking by a cozy fire. Nice. Oh, that sounds so wonderful. Snap, crackle, and pop. Reminds me of Rice Krispie treats. Remember when we were younger, we used to put our ears to them? Fuck, everything has it. It's so crazy. It's so simple. I feel like I know this is... There are people here right now that know how to, within hours and a few days, on the third day I heard, transform this entire planet. But they need a certain... I heard a few good men. And these people that they already know. It's like getting them to use their free will for the highest good. So I don't know, I want to say some of us are being led to discover something. It is the seven wonders. It's in and out of this world, but it's through realms. Some of them are dangerous. Some of them are very, very, very cold. Some of them are very hot. Some of them don't have very good air. And some of them are like very humid. So it's like how the rainforest, the desert, Antarctica, so the things on Earth are representative of those realms. It's the displayed outlook and effect. So we're always in the realm. I heard we're coexisting. We talked about telepathy coming back online. I'm seeing the medicine wheel. I'm seeing the world. It's a global sphere. And I'm seeing it with the cross in the middle of it, which would mean bullseye. Yes. But at the same time, it seems like it's split up by the elements. Okay? And then I'm seeing the medicine wheel, the native, the colors. So only rays of light or species have been communicating with or online. They have not all been online at the same time. I'm talking about the bandwidth of telecommunications, because it feels like a lot of the native people, they got attacked through alcohol, because they're showing me they hold a special ray of reds. It's a red, it's like Sanskrit, it's a language though. Shoshonian, and that's funny because I'm right out here by Shoshone, Shoshonian land. I'm hearing red wood, red trees. It's like they work with in that realm, because earlier I seen a volcano, start to erupt, and it's like something comes back. Everything within the earth starts running on it's like, as the races of people, we are color and energy. Is this making sense to anybody? I can see it in my mind's eye, and everybody represents that. Like the blue is like the water people, they're different realms existing at the same time, and this was the planet that they did that on. They all did. They could. And things got out of balance. They respected the realms, the ins and outs. As above, so below. Same with the stargates and shit like that. Like something got really knocked out of kilter in space, and then with on the planet too, with weather. It's like some people represent storms. It just goes so deep, man. But they all come together and they're all evenly distributed, and then they're showing me the center point, the dot that connects them all, and it feels like it's that energy that can emit a frequency that ties them together. Who was that? Thor and somebody else hold hands together like this, and they tie it back together. It was a, I can't remember, Wolverine. It was the Wolverine. They hold hands and tie it back together. So, you know, it's like a galactic being and more of an earthly being. Somehow they come together in energy. This has been a very esoteric read so far. But they just show me how it all comes together. It comes to the mind. It's like given to us. We understand. We don't have to research it. We don't have to freak out by it. It's already implanted. And the awakening process is it's like if you emit too much fear, it's like the light it can almost erase parts of you that you have to have. Talked about that portal of light, like we need some fear, you know, like it eats a balance, and it feels like in some way that's what it was about. Now it's time to like put a balance back in that. So it's playing itself out through us in the human existence through DNA. Vibrations, activation, it's like there's a lot of things vying for this energy, this time, this sort of frequency. People are learning how to tap into it and use it. And once again, it feels like there's, you know, creations that are, it brings in a new energy. I want to say it's like a new species, new masculine energy that comes online. That darker energy kind of got out of control. I don't know why it felt like somebody whipped that horse in the ass a lot more than, I don't even know how that happened. Something, it has to do with time traveling too, you know, going in and out of those realms and the effect that it has on the body, the molecules, the DNA, and somehow DNA is connected to the crystals within this earth, and, you know, tied back within your lineage to the stars, you know, where you're seeded from, different origins, self, facets of self that characteristics you have. Like some of you, I know it sounds nuts, but you show me like a human turn into a fish, or a man into a horse, or, you know, a man that's a bear, you know, I don't know. This is adaptable, and that's how people lived off the land. They didn't have houses. So if you're wondering how people existed without homes and stuff like that, they just did in their element. The Sasquatch, you know, they stayed in their lane. They did their own thing. The natives, they worked together. In Sasquatch, the indigenous, they all worked together. You had your island people, and they all worked together. And everybody needed fire, you know, everything was so honorable and in line and respected and shared and distributed, because everybody knew it took each other to create, for the world to go round, it feels like. And when the world goes round real fast and you have, you know, I'm seeing red, blue, green, and I'm hearing orange. I don't know, when they spin real fast, it creates, it's like a rainbow fire effect in some way that I don't know how it's putting it back in order. One way or another, it's going to get there, and it's like it might be playing out in your love life, your home life, because we're a little bit behind because of these interferences. So you could be timeline jumping right now. I mean, you could be getting taken and show back up, especially if you've felt really tired lately. You could be on ships for days, just recalibrating and being able to, I don't know, it's something that you do for some of you, not for all of you, for some of you. And people don't even know when you're gone, because for them, time freezes. Today I had the 5 minutes last literally what would normally be 20 minutes for me. And I was sitting here and I did it with my mind. I stopped time or slowed it down to a really slow pace where I got a lot done in 5 minutes. I was like, it felt like 15 minutes? Exactly 5 minutes on the dot. And I did that with thought. That's the power that I'm talking about, that we have. I'm speechless on that note, because in my mind right now is breaking it down. Because it feels like, you know, when you drop a dirty hot pan into a nice big sudsy bucket of soapy water, and how all that bubbles, it comes off the pan and it comes to the surface, like anything that slows it down comes to the surface, so it's easy to scoop off the top, whatever that means. Excuse me. I never burp. It's like a residual effect, and there's something going to the surface, right? Acidity, you know, and too much acids also affects the skin. Hearing peptides again. What's up, Kyle Croft? All right. Well, let's keep going. Oh man, that's a sword. Okay. They're just giving me this. You know, there's a lot of confusion that happens and hurting. Okay, and then I see as fast as somebody can snip scissors is as fast as they can create a wave in the ocean. So really talking about those that create. I'm hearing hydroponics, and I smell weed so strong right now, like chronic. So strong. You're loved beyond this planet, wise one. Okay. Clearing the energy out. I know somebody on here with a relationship. I can hear it. I can hear it. I can hear it. I can hear it. I hope she does pull a card. Biometrics. Biometrics. There's so many things where they don't belong. It's unreal. Kyle, where are you from? I heard I've been everywhere, man. Thank you guys for hitting the like and subscribe button. It helps me stay in the algorithm so other people can get the messages. I know we're at that influx and flow of, see, packing the bags and moving comes out, of a lot of things that are changing. The messages are changing. The flow is different. It's like some people are going to go from things get put back in alignment. It's like for those that were unaware, just want to go back to sleep, but they don't want to see something. It's too much. Some people can't handle it. They're not going to be able to handle it, whatever it is. They just go through their life. Some people are already awakened to all of it, and they pretend like life isn't happening. They literally sit there and get old in a sack of skin. And just avoid. That's for some. Some are on the opposite scale. It's like whatever shifted, it's bringing this fast-moving energy of traveling or understanding. I've got the three of wands out here with the ace of wands. It's like some of you might be getting a new job. You have like this God-given talent. You're going to be in the right place at the right time. Some of you can be recovering right now from some sort of travel. I heard out-of-body experience. I don't know if somebody tried, and I'm just going to say it the way I got it, no disrespect, tried to off themselves, and it's like they ended up hurting themselves more than that. I don't know, trying to escape fate, I heard. So these are just going to be more channeled messages that I guess are going to come in. So it feels like there's going to be a wide variety of listeners. Some of you have telepathy with animals. You're going to be an amazing veterinarian, or you bring new ways of seeing things into the industry of medicine for animals. You could be working on something with the heart and the digestive system at this time. I heard all dogs go to heaven. You could also be using sound frequencies on animals to help them heal. It's like arthritis and certain lymph nodic cancers for some of you. Somebody could be worried about them might not having enough, whatever that means, and getting out of a situation. Some of you could be leaving behind things that have hurt you, things that have I want to say some of you got the call and you know when to go. Your bag's already packed and you're ready to go. It feels like there's a call for safety here in this situation. You could be timing something out very perfectly. Might just change a little bit every day. And the warden sang, "Come on, somebody, why don't you run? Old Red's fiction to have a little fun. Get my lantern, get my gun, little heavy tree for the morning sun. Now there's red tick, blue hounds all in the south. Love got me in here and love got me out." Okay. Some of you could be leaving a domestic violence relationship right now, or a very unsafe situation pertaining to proximity to the home. You're being removed from that situation. It's playing out in the way that it is. I heard so you can be ushered to safety. But it's like you're going to be in the right spot at the right time when something else goes down. I heard apocalypse. I don't know. Like the energy feels rushed like that. It feels like certain bridges, like I can see them falling into the rivers, you know, that connect two places. Or it's like they show lost in time and communication, and they're showing the Atlantis like crumbling underneath the Hawaiian Islands, you know. Things fall. Other things were formed and created. So it's like the waking the sleeping giant, like the whales come back. Whatever this is, it moves an energy that activates so many things. And whatever's in these crystals in this earth, whatever's in earth is in those fish. In those fish. Because the fish are like what would be a human on another planet. That's them. They exist like that. They already look like that. You know what I mean? How would you feel if somebody was fucking fishing you out all day and then putting you back? I don't know, that's so weird. That's why some people can't, they can't do fish. It's like the smell of their own kind. It's so weird. Landmarks, distinctive landmarks. I'm seeing like, when I'm talking about seeing fish in the ocean right now, I'm talking about, I don't even know what they are. They all look different. They're huge. They've got big old crazy wobbly eyes that go out, and some can light up. Like they're fast, you know. They're showing me like how they ink out or electrocute or zap, or I want to say it's like they are extraterrestrial, but they're in the ocean, and that's why we don't go down there. Because it's respect. You stay the fuck where you belong. I don't even know what that means, but it's like some things are, you can only get to them through the ice. And it's like now that the ice is melting, other things are becoming exposed. Sorry, I don't mean to gaze off out there, but I just want, there's a star hovering in two. I don't know. Some of you guys, I don't even know what I said right now. I've only had that happen one other time. I was just reading collectively, but that's so interesting. Some people's strength are going to be now your strength. If somebody hasn't done their due diligence with a respected energy or wisdom or knowledge and sat on it, it's getting handed over to somebody else, somebody who is going to do something with it, somebody who is going to transform it, and somebody who does have connected energy to it. It's natural for them, like the fish in the sea. There's so much that somebody holds within them. It's like if a test comes or you're working in like a big lab or advanced technology, like I can see you show up in a lab coat and people laugh, but what you just do. It's part of you. It like comes online and you have these answers. I'm hearing from the micro to the macro. Some of you are like deep sea discoverers. You open vortexes of energy within the water, I haven't seen my chat going. So some of you are going to be able to, and this is just how you know and do it in a human way, right? You're going to be able to look at the ocean or look at an island where the water meets up to, and the island, the land itself, omits. I posted on the community timeline, I don't know if I did on this, but how water was remembering her dreams. This water that was next to her bed would remember some dreams and she would freeze it. And then when she looked up close to it, it would be a representation. If she dreamt about a rabbit, there was a rabbit in the ice, the way it froze back as a crystal. So things are frozen in time. They hold energy and a message. So the ice, that's why they fucking want the ice. They're trying to wipe off they're trying to get rid of information. Because that ice is reverberatory for those whales and that information. It's frozen in time. So they need to be in that high vibrational space for a specific opening to happen. But now that the ice is gone, it's like, so why is the ice gone? The ice carries the message, because when it's frozen, whatever frequency was put out in that ice, or what was said, or because I can see a bunch of people under the ice. I don't know how they're breathing. They are. It's like the ice is false. It's a false, I don't know. It's like a whole Elsa's fucking castle under that bitch. Sorry, that's the best way I can describe it. And that communication that's being had and what they've done and how they've done it is all stored in the ice. Iceland. It tells a story of its own. Respect the ice. Wow. Maybe, so I don't know if somebody took that and it now, they're taking samples of water and refreezing it. So they're working with impressions and how things are left behind, how things remember things. So they can work on the human genome. Water in the human being's DNA represent much of their selves. They're a lot because they're patterned. So we talk about galactic, starseed, and we talk about the fish and the Atlanteans. Okay, so they're tied. So we can mimic, remember, reverberate. We can send back a message through our being because of the pattern we let off in our electromagnetic field. But sometimes when you do that with water, it's amplified. You're sending out two messages at once. This is only going to be for like one person, perhaps. So if this isn't your message, I love you guys. You can catch another read, but this is very specific about a remembrance in water. When you freeze water, she had a dream every night, and the night that she couldn't remember her dreams, she took that water by her bed and she froze it. When she looked up close at it, She could remember only bits and parts. So when she looked at the ice was frozen. In her dream, she was the water remembered only the part she remembered of her own dream, because she remembered an old dirt road. And then in the dream, there was an old dirt road frozen in water. So they're going to use the ice. Freezing time. Or information. Time capsules. But then they took it and it's like, okay, so then it gets crystallized with heat or pressure. Because I talked about this nitrous oxide the other day, or nitrogen oxide. It goes fast because it goes from it fucking so hot, it goes to freezing. And it has to do with density and space and time. So in the crystals, it was like the ice at a time. There's somehow the crystals in the water in the ocean, like where it's frozen and nobody goes. Only animals, like and ancient beings. They want that information. What's up, Ashley? Did I just see boob? Goob. They want that information. Okay, so that information. Okay, so that we're talking about that vibration of dolphins and whales. It's the ultimate healing frequency known to man, I heard. So when people drink that water, so you can get messages from it, and you can also encode it in your own body with what was in that. Somebody's trying to make more of it, or I don't know how to say that. Reiterate or pattern it, keep the same pattern. I guess it's trying to find an origin, because water never used to be on this planet. So it came from somewhere. So they're trying to figure out where the water came from. Gaia came alive with the crystals were here and the water came, because they talk to each other. And then the human, we like have this free energy, and we work between them both. There's a patterning over that, so that some things aren't communicating like they used to, which is why, because telepathy, we knew what the land needed, we knew what everything needed. So somebody took that water that had that frequency in it and that patterning, that remembrance, and they put something else in the water. Must be something in the water, 'cause every day it's getting stronger. And if only I can hold you. You'd keep my head from going under. The crown. Head underwater. Last thoughts. The last thoughts. I heard last thoughts of a dying man. Okay. I just seen like a place where they take I seen JFK assassinated. It's like that was a clone on the car. They took him to this place and assassinated, and it was like whatever he knew, because he was having galactic communications. He was talking with extraterrestrials then. What got assassinated in front of everybody wasn't that. It wasn't him. They take them to a place, and when they assassinate, it's like, you know when you kill a deer and it's all stressed out, and you're running and you're chasing it, it gets that stress hormone through the meat, and then the meat tastes real gamey. You know, if he's just grazing nice and easy, and then you get him, you know, right in the heart, he's done. He never felt a thing. Shot through the heart. You give love a bad name. So the water remembers love. Those higher frequencies, we'll say. Because the heart. And they're going to show me how we got love. And man, things have been so mixed up lately. Everything's backwards. Or overlaid or inside out. But right there. Because they're showing me, like, they're slowly, like, literally going behind curtain and showing me these things. So, they take them and when they assassinate them there, it's like that patterning. If they're fearful, that shows up in the water. You get like lasting impressions or wisdom and knowledge. Like even if you're asking them and in this place, interrogating them, they're getting all of that. It's not like what is said, but somehow it's in an energy form. It's needed. See, and I had that dream about helping Archangel Michael, not letting other nucleuses or things artificially form. And she's like, if you need Archangel Michael's help, call on him and use this. I have a feeling I'm going to figure out what that was in that little tiny bag she gave me. It looked like a sequin. I don't know, but maybe it was because it did look like ice is frozen. I don't know, in some way the ice holds memory. I don't know how the president played into that, but it's all tied together. It's because of the communications and the connections. Something coming out that shouldn't be out. It would put everybody on even playing ground. But it was like, it would be for this information to come out, those fake, I was going to say fake people, that there's like a million, literally a million to 500,000 people that are true, authentic, genuine souls. Others are made. It's like they took our species, starseeds were taking our species, these kidnappings and stuff, and taking them to other planets, because it's like their parents were already bad, or I don't know. They knew their destiny in some way. I don't know how it happened. But some of these kids are like on other planets right now. You know, and they're from here. You know, all these missing kids, they're showing me the milk crates, milk jugs. That they said that was us. And they replaced other memories and made it easier for, and I don't know, is it benevolent? Some, yes, because they come back home, but the ones that haven't, it's like, they took these kids, they take these kids, okay? And they make them work, or like, they're making them use their energy. They're like surrounded in limestone or rock, a rock that they can't, it's like their energy is neutralized in there. I'm hearing a high-pitched frequency in my left ear. Okay, so it's an energy within the rock. Okay, so the rock is hooked up to something that lets off a vibrational frequency that dumbs down or monotones another tone. So it can't connect. And it's like a scream would connect to the stars, because I don't know how it's saying that, but it's like, you can't call for help. That's why the cars drive by faster, the trains come, and it gets loud. Like right now, underwater. I don't know, the water's going to tell a lot of secrets. And I think that's why up until now we haven't found a way to take salt water and purify it at mass scales. You know what I mean? But all those people that die on the boats, like, they already have the energy. They had the knowing. They know how to work with salt water. They know how to walk on water. They know how to alchemize every element in the periodic table instantly. It's like, I don't know what the hell happened. It's like we went back in time. It's fucking crazy. No, it's not a waste of time. People need to have their eyes and ears, minds opened. This is why we have free speech, so we can explore ideas. It's a feeling of being trapped. I wouldn't say it feels like being trapped. Yeah, it does. It can. But I also want to say, I think we did it to ourselves in a different timeline so we didn't fuck shit up. Because there's too many other energies at play right now. Too many lumerences or string-alongs, or, you know, when in movies when they fly off and the bad guy hangs onto the wheel of the fucking airplane and is still in the fucking plane when they get there. fucker, just that one thing that don't let give up. It feels like because that's still around, and that is like a monitoring energy that will relay a message faster than, because they work in a different realm. They see things. They can like transform. This is so crazy, into the paper, the table. I don't fucking know how it's done. It's instantaneously transmitted. Anything you put on a piece of paper, whatever this thing is, it's like connected to elementals. I don't even know. I feel like I just got shot in my left foot on the top of it. Truck drives by all crazy, revving it up. Star's really moving now. I'm hearing, and I watch a lot of videos, and I always see this person they post, and I always see them post about this book, and right now I just heard that Magnetic Aura. Always see somebody posting. If you haven't read this book, you should read this book. It's called Magnetic Aura, and I think that that's time. I did put a magnet on this, I wanted to say on the dashboard cam, on the front of this, at the head of this, at the crown of this read, for its label, for its title. Windows wants to update. Restart tonight. Pick a time or restart now. I just want to figure out this God, this universe, okay? Like, because in how I'm seeing it, interpreting it in my mind, it's like the yellow brick road. Somebody's behind that curtain, And somebody's so close to it. You're like one fucking thought away, one vibration away, one decimal of discovering groundbreaking evidence that's very integrated for top secret purposes, because people would try to buy it from you. People would try to buy it and bury it. And this is why this is being stalled or taking some time. Because you guys have to have telepathy at this time when you do this. It all has to be in the mind. Telepathy has to be online, because not a word or a vibration of it can be spoken, because it's integrated throughout the grid. Whatever this grid is how this energy gets this information so fast. You omit it. You omit it. And now I'm seeing somebody with their hand on the Bible in a justice system. You omit it. The law's tied into. Where does all that money go for the tickets, right? Money's tied to souls. Souls get trapped in the system. They're part of the grid. Stealing light, finances, hope. So keep them bogged down. That is showing me the way all these systems work in this planet. You know what I mean? In the United States, from what I've experienced, is showing me all this stuff. Really like these abductions and these so much fucked up. It's like it just, and it plays out too. It's like, and I posted something today. A temporary, we never surrendered, no retreat, no surrender. I wrote that down. Today is a channeled message. It's not that we're failing or that we've lost. It's just that right now we're immobile because we're gathering the key elements. Because the light, man, it's intelligence. So it overcodes, recodes. Like, we're so fucking intelligent. It's like they hid information for the future in us. Okay, and then when we come together, we see it comes out in love and supporting one another, and the human being, some are more awakened to what it's doing in time and space. So this gets very deep, and and I don't want to scare anybody, but a lot of things, it's not about that boyfriend that you don't have or that girlfriend you don't have. Okay, there's things that are playing out in your life, so we can get you on down the fucking road and not have to, so these things can come to you. because there is too many greedy ass motherfuckers that see you on their radar, and they know. I'm going to talk about money, because somehow you get a fat amount of money, and the universe helps you where to invest this in. You already have it, because your heart is for humanity, and you create this fucking change, and it's so insane. You support others that have these healing modalities, and I'm talking like something that purifies. I'm telling everybody could have clean water. We'll bypass it. There'll be no more paying for water. All that comes off the grid. Another system down. Slowly we start taking these big guys off the grid with natural energy, our free energy, because we work through the elements. I don't know what this is that's trying to it's an element of fear, but it's a very specific frequency. It like entangles and wraps around and gets in there, and it tries to override. And it can only do it on like a small fractal of light that comes out. It can tie to that, and it'll tie like lots of different thought forms or allegories to it, so that bandwidth's kind of disrupted, and when it goes back into the greater whole of that energy flow, it kind of seeds in a fucked up thought, or something's off balance, or stop, it's 5 o'clock in New York and the fucking lights aren't working, in the cross sections. It's like that. It disrupts things, slows things down, takes it on its own terms, and it does it. See, something rewrote itself, and it became an opposing factor. What was supposed to be good, it like grew a mind of its own, and it played out like this duality. And that's why we don't get the information right away when we need it, because we fuck shit up, because we didn't tap into the higher mind, that energy we wanted to create from what we thought was, I want to say, talking to us. I don't know. It's like an overmind. It's interesting. I want to say it's like the ozone layer. Might not be getting all of the message. Well, that was an interesting read. Harnessing that energy, or like vibrationally, we're not there yet. The body, it's like, as much as you want to tap into it, because even though I don't know, because I kind of zoned out there for a little bit, and this is starting to come online, and my body is like recalibrating so heavy right now to carry more information. I know a lot of yours has to be the same way. So the water is so important, okay? And the intention and the vibration over that water that you drink, you can turn it into, I heard $1 million. And Patrick, I want to say that's for you. I really do. Like, Pers, you're really powerful right now. Alchemy is about alchemy. I don't know. The message no longer comes from outside of you. It comes from within. Some of you are going to start speaking different languages, or have these things come back online, like how you're connected to the fish. And you're like, how the fuck am I connected to the fish? This is so crazy. And you realize, like, you've been bred and DNA'd, and there's so many things. It's going to be very, I want to say, fucking disappointing in a way. You know what I mean? To where you might not want to play in the reindeer games. It's not what you think it is. I want to say that for some of you. It's not what you think it is. And some of you might want to, after you find out whatever this is that you're so eager to find out, for those of you that are kind of siphoned from that darker energy, it's not going to be what you think it is. It's not source. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. It's a reprogramming of something that's not authentic. It's the anti-Christ, the anti-wisdom and knowledge, the golden light, the truth, the fire. It lacks fire. It lacks the native wisdom and knowledge. It lacks the indigenous. It's fucking off grid somewhere, and it's not authentic with all of the elements in the cosmos playing out together. Whatever it is, it started to recreate on top of itself. It could call it a demon, an energy. It's in the food, it's in the water, it's in people's words. It's just, it's like a fucking airborne. It blows in the wind. It's like, I don't know, they're showing me Passover, how they put the blood over their door. So certain, that spirit wouldn't come. I don't know. And the blood is the DNA, so maybe it coded to that, whatever that was, and said, don't fucking come in here. See, the Bible shit's gonna get real deep. Real deep in esoterics. Good night, Hot Rod. I love you. I'm getting off here too, babe. And I think that's, Jason, with what you said, if you're not in real source, because I want to say there's some mimicking energy. Some people are, it's going to be so disappointing. I smell pizza out of an oven. Or dough. Smell bread, cheese. Some people are going to be fascinated by it. Whatever this is. Some people are going to be like, this is too much. Because it takes away the essence of somebody being in control over their life. Like, and we all work for the Christ, right? The Christ light, the higher source. But it's like you've put so much power into deities and entities and focused energy towards things that were creating these things instead of source, true source energy, and it's the ones I'm talking to, you're aware of that, that you're working with that energy. I'm not talking about to the ones that are naivety, you know what I mean, and just waking up and stuff, but oh, God forbid, and those that put that energy out there in that way or work without it, I can see it like it eats you. It's like a big shadow that comes in and just it fucking opens its mouth, and it's like you just go away in it. You go in the void. It's like you don't get to play no more. You get forgotten, or you get erased. So as important as you thought you were, I want to say that because some people they only can live because this energy's in them, because they're not a real divine soul and they're walking around. That's why I said there's like 1 million or 500,000 people only on this planet that are real original, like, because you could call it AI. It's not robotic. It is, because it's moving the things. It's so fucking crazy. I'm trying to think of a movie because I've seen it come on. It's fucking goo. It moves like a shadow. In that movie Ghost, how those shadows move and it's like every old thought pattern, allegory, energy. It's like it was already elevated from, and somehow somebody opened a fucking wormhole and allowed this energy to come back in. Perpendenously. And then, I don't know, it gave some sort of power. Now they created from it, and it's like, it's now going offline again, because these star seeds are here, these gatekeepers, portal openers. It's like even just being unawake, and you start to wake up like you're rumbling the mountains and these whales in the deep sea, and you're bringing back frequencies. And I mean, you can walk outside and notice now there's like 80 million stars around you and much closer. There could be like 5 stars you see, and then you spend 5 minutes out there, next thing you know, you've got the whole galactic federation in your backyard. Ace, normally I read the energy. That's what this channel is about. I just pick up on, I want to say current events, but in energy. I'm an intuitive reader. Messages come to my mind and I put them out. It could relate to something that somebody's going through, or an idea or thought they had, and I just water it a little bit more. Sometimes I plant the seed and the universe grows it. The way I plant the seed is by talking about something that most people don't. And that's how we stop evolutionizing, because now that people have these platforms, and it's not about titties, ass, and filters and looking beautiful. So people bring the truth now. Like those true authentic ones are the ones whose platforms are they're gonna take off. A lot more people are gonna resonate with truth. It gets exhausting trying to live in a society that's about lip injections, ass implants, and you know what I mean? A need to feel young. Stop the time. Use your mind. I literally slowed time down. 5 minutes today lasted 15. And I've been on a path, and I've been called such a, I don't resonate with a lot of people anymore. I feel like I'm very ahead of my time. I can't do the small talk. Sometimes I can, but it always ends up coming back down to some sort of attribute of I don't know, just being at the state that I am, and then people's souls, they're like, just say something, and something comes through, because it's the soul's free will that get, that those sort of communications. The soul's what has free will. The body just showed up at the bar, and then somebody sitting there who can deliver a message, and now this person's turned on to, they can't stop growing or evolutionizing. Never underestimate the way that the game is played. We're all in this universe on different levels at different times. Some on all levels at all times. Some of you carry a very deep vibration of love, and a love is like all energies and colors put together. They radiate, they work together, it's harmony. And that's like being renewed in some way. 44 as I say that. Alright, I'm going to get 0505, an unexpected shift, divine intervention, sudden challenges, love, pleasant surprise, gut feelings. The number serves as a gentle reminder and nudge to pursue whatever interests you most. It is possible that something could rock your boat, but you will be exactly where you belong, which could be in somebody's arms, your dream job, or abroad, etc. And I want to say that you have an energy. It doesn't matter if you're entangling with somebody on a certain level, or you're at a certain place at a certain time, or you get invited to go to dinner. That's your soul calling you to go be in the energy of other souls, because it activates something within you. Change is about, with the 555, it's about bringing a vibration and an energy back online. You are going to level up. It might not feel good initially, but it will prepare you to handle the greater things in life for your highest good. That is why you have been looking. That is the why you've been looking for. Push through it. There is a reward waiting at the finish line. And 1122 comes out with the great shift. Personal growth, spiritual development, and manifesting goals. Oneness, connection, and completion. First, focus on the positive changes occurring due to your efforts. Then expand your horizon and permit yourself to try something new. So many positive shifts are in store for you. The world around you is changing in favor of your intentions. And as I was saying that, I just had an intention in my soul that was going out to all your souls of just sending you guys so much love. And I just want to say to so many of you, I'm so proud of you. All these little bits and pieces and fragments of past pains and hurts, and those limerances and things lingering longer than they should because of specific energies that have been, I don't know, somehow cyberly got put back out there, whether it's airborne or however it came into your life. I'm just going to say it's for upgraded purposes. Not a lot of people are going to make it. I want to say that. They don't. It's like not a lot of people are going to make this next wave. That's why there's a lot of souls coming. There's a lot of souls coming here. I can see them. They're coming. It looks like this. There's a lot of souls coming to whatever this is. Because there has to be, it gets balanced back out. It's so crazy. I just keep seeing the heart of Tafiti and how she sits back up and she puts that heart in her chest, and she, like these sleeping giants that are in these mountains and these, it's like what mythology was written about. It's fucking gonna be crazy. Universal Studios, like this is how these people know this shit. It's fucking nuts. I'm proud of you too, Miss Casey. You're a very strong woman. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate that. Love you, gorgeous. Can't thank you enough for so much help. Blessings to you. Amen, amen, amen. Thank you, Alicia. So what do you think? We are living in a reality or simulation? I think we're creating. Some of us are creating. The only simulation part that to me feels reflected upon this planet is those inauthentic energies that are manifested in a physical being. How? I don't know. I don't know where that original soul went. I don't know how they get bodies. I don't know what they did with it. It's tied to gold. This is very real because it does with Gaia. But this is about like God-like energy creation. Simulation comes from unidentified IP address. It's something that brings something else in, and I don't know, it's like a holographic something that's casted over. There's very real energy that's all here working and creating. I think there's just distortions in the way that it is holographic or projected out to the perception and the multifaceted deviance that come through those, so that we can't harness or see things for what our own energy. We lost a sense of reading energy because it's been so inauthentic. We don't even, when we see real energy, it might even fucking scare us, like, holy shit. And it's true divine energy. You're so used to, we're used to inauthentic. It's like when you take pills your whole life, right? And you're hooked on opiates, and then you actually go to an indigenous tribe, and they help get you take your first real, the way the medicine was supposed to be put on your body. You don't take it; it gets put on your skin and wrapped with a leaf, like the way that it is. That was the healing, and the way it was supposed to alchemize. It's like things got flipped or backwards or patterned in some ways. It's to create control and destruction, and for what, I don't know, because I haven't gotten to that yet. Why would we not? And like I said, it almost felt like an accident. Somebody fucked with something in some ways. And like I said, I feel like we came to the past to prevent things in the future. So we're on this timeline. So there's a lot of distortions here. And there's a lot of things merging into one time in space. There's a lot of void. So we're filling a lot of space right now with intelligence. And some things can be echoing, and some could be being overlaid, and the reverberated energy that comes back kind of echoes out, a mixture of both, so it creates this confusion. I don't know. The way I see it in my mind's eye, it's just like there's a limerence of energy. It's like a ghost from the past. It just repeats, and it's like certain things activate that, and it can do it in our body, our minds, thought patterns, what we see on TV, traumas we've been through. Certain, when people yell because we have a trauma, it's just all tied together. It's so crazy. They really play on the emotional. It feels like the emotional is where they suck that energy, because without the emotion, we're pure, we're raw. You know what I mean? We're not biased, we're not in judgment. We're experiencing. We become the creator and observer at that point in some way. I don't know, because to love is to feel, to hear, to recognize. I don't know. You think about being in the galaxy, and you're in the void, you're floating, you don't need a suit, but you can hear all the planets, all those gases and fires and creation. You ever heard, well, a lot of you in California, when that shit's burning, you can hear the trees, the paint bubbling, cans going off in people's houses, glass combusting. It's fucking powerful, man. So I guess I'm not sure. To be honest, I'm not sure. I feel the same way too. Alright guys, well, I love you. I'm out of here. This is an interesting read by all means. I look down and I see 1111, so connect to thyself, connect to pure source energy, If you have to put a face and a name and a label on it and call it what you need, you'll know the difference. Feel it. It's not always what we hear, it's how we feel. You can still hear a vibration, I can feel it through my lips and my hand and my bones. Sometimes it's just feeling what's being said instead of over analyzing, I guess, if that makes sense. Feels like a lot of you guys are onto a lot of magnificent realizations within the self-discovery. A lot of you, you walked away from people that are these relationships that were sucking you dry, and you just can't realize like how you needed. They're showing me like a battery, a grounding. These people could have been invested in this earth. They could have been well off, and the whole time that you felt unstable, they were sucking your stability by your light, right? Because they're taking your creative passion, so you can't, build your home or save finances. It's like every time you're in the midst of these people, things get out of balance. So you lose your creative ability to connect to the monetary system, in a way. It's for good reasons. But it's like you've been with some of these soulless, a lot of us have. Whatever that energy was I was describing, you know what I mean? And that's why there's no emotional attachment with those people. It was always hard to create emotional bond that wasn't traumatic or a replay of echoing energy of pains and hurts and traumas that energy vampire, exactly. So when you get in the presence of those that connect to higher wisdom and knowledge, or you can see, true tears or authenticity from them in a repetitive state that's genuine, everything has a pattern. You recognize true light from reverberated energy, echoes of the past. I swear it's like once the curtain comes back, all those people dissipate into like a dust. When the sun comes out and the vampires fucking catch on fire, and it's like, where did they go? It's like everybody's gone. And then all of a sudden you can breathe. Because it's like when you get the baby off the placenta and you give birth, and that first time you take your first deep breath, it feels so good to get that weight off. And then the placenta comes out, and then you can breathe even more because that fucker weighs 8 pounds. It is insane. Once all that energy, because it's taking up space, so it's squeezing the fucking light. You know what I mean? It does. It takes up so much space unless we hold a powerful light. It's always vying for space in that, if you think about it. So once all those energies dissipate of that programmed or artificial, I want to say intelligence, but it's intelligence because it lacks no emotion. It has logic and reason, but no emotion. It's probably really good at the 9 to 5 because it's programmed that way. You know what I mean? Successful. Very interesting. Because any ideas that are like the ones that comes from those of you that are going to invent, it comes from a space of taking humanity back in that way. You are making great progress on your journey, and to hold the light. Yeah, then that once they come in, our light can expand without killing people, right? Because a lot of us in the light, it's like a lethal weapon, truly, to the physical body. Yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting how everything works together. All right, guys. Thank you guys for hitting the like and subscribe button. If you guys are interested in a personal read with me, you can email me at angeldynasty33@gmail.com. Thank you for all the likes and subscribes, and every way that you guys donate and help the channel. Mostly just the commenting and the liking. That really helps get the algorithm going. I'm going to put out some more shorts. I don't know, I got kicked out of the algorithm for a while, so I'm not sure what that means. It feels like things are recalibrating. I don't know. So the timing will be perfect. 12/12, I love you comes out. You guys shine bright. Take up as much space in the light as you can. Hold it. Because I'm hearing particle accelerator. We need more people that have the courage to stand and hold light. And I'm telling you, what you're facing down, that demon, it's nothing. It's dust in the wind. Dust in the wind. I'm hearing it. It's nothing. It dissipates. The fire, like the light, I'm talking about rainbow fire energy. Your energy burns that. It's to a crisp. It just dissipates. That's why they don't want us all together, because they can't exist. It's too much vibration. It's like overload on that system, And then you'll realize we don't need we don't need buildings. We don't. We get to a natural state of living and being, and we realize a lot of things that were created that we really don't have to have. So, like a little fart. Medusa, I've been busy too, girl. I feel that. Blu-ray light. I got indigo light over here. Alright guys, kisses from Idaho. I love you. Be safe, be wise. If you feel the soul calling for a personal read, reach out to me. We'll go in depth into your own personal energy and what's going on within you with your guides, for your highest good, so we can get to a standing point of, I don't know, I just feel like physical illness in some ways. Maybe somebody's energy feels very drained, they can't move forward. I smell cat piss too for some reason, so that could just be a sign. I don't have cats. So I don't know, it feels like if you're ready for more wisdom and knowledge and to kind of bypass, I don't know, I'm hearing bipartisan act, but it feels like some old propaganda, or I don't know if it's religion or whatever it is that you've been practicing that's not getting you to the point, and we want to come to a realization. I feel like you're going to get there. I feel like you're going to get there. A lot of us are going to be shocked in many ways, and it's coming at a nice steady pace, so that we it's not about making sense of it, but we can, it's information that is getting, as many thoughts as we get and we start channeling, that's information that's getting seeded through our body. We're expanding, we're expanding, and we're expanding. Well, the mind's natural reaction to new wisdom and knowledge is to process it all, right? Because that's what it's programmed to do. So that's the reason through the crown chakra we're having a hard time seeding so much more of this energy without being in nature and connecting to huge crystals and in different elements. Water will bring it in heavy. It's a huge conduit, and it helps you to hold and harness that a lot more, because it's like, I don't know, the cells swell within the body, within the skin. I don't know, being in water helps. Some of you are going to be really tired. Some of you are going to be getting rid of headaches, a lot of things, because it's just shit getting out of your body. So your body's being detoxed through energy. So if your back hurts, or your back finally pops, or I can feel somebody's sternum pop, or the back of a shoulder blade, just allow it to come out. Like you said, it's like a little fart bubble that crawls up this back of your butt cheeks all the way up your back in the pool, and comes out by your neck, and then you smell your own shit. Yeah, all the things we pack around and carry, huh? All right, I'm really out of here. They're scared of their own shadow when you shine light on it. Well, that's because, like we said, some are authentic souls, some are not. And that, like I said, that's a very irritating fucking energy for makeshift souls. I want to call them that. That don't carry divine light. We're designed to love, to need, to hold, to want, to be together. We were designed for compatibility and companionship. That's why the numbness, the heartache, that's why we go through it. It's so traumatic for us when we don't have that in our life. No man is, we weren't destined to be alone. We came here to have this experience in some ways. Now the only way to get back to wholeness is to find your own self in solitude. So there's some things that have kind of taken a turn, and it's all being worked out at this time. Alright guys, I love you. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Herd number 33. Love you guys. Bye.